So let's talk about parties and relapsing. Why am I bringing up these two things? Well, it's related to both Kino Casino and Andywarski. And if you're around the internet or on X this last couple of days, you have at least heard about the whole Las Vegas incident, or not really incident, but the whole Las Vegas party where Kino Casino, I believe, like a year or two ago, I think it was a year ago actually, maybe like 2 years before that, threw this party, and a lot of things were involved. Prostitution, probably some extreme amount of alcohol and illicit drugs, and a chair. If you know what I mean by a chair, then we've both been tainted by the internet, right? And the people are bringing this up because it's sort of a rumor or allegation, but when you really look into it, and even if you remove yourself from it, it's kind of like, who cares? Like, okay, they threw this whole degenerate party. Who cares? Like, is it really that surprising that these individuals, especially Andy Warski, did this kind of stuff? No, Andy has done this in the past a number of times where, if you know about it or not, he's like that. Like, back in like 2016, 2017, when I first discovered him, yeah, he used to be like drink a lot, that kind of some hard drugs, even on live stream. And when he used to be around Ethan Ralph, they used to do this kind of stuff all the time. So to me, it's just like, are you guys that shocked? And I think the reason why this is being flared up more than it has to is because they have a big time detractors. Some of them being Ricada Law and Ethan Ralph and RTU. So these three guys have vested interests in using it against them. But you know, I feel like they can do that. But like, are you really gonna trust Ethan Ralph? Like, if anything, I feel like Ethan really can't be like being the whole what is it over. Oh my god, I'm sorry if I said that wrong. The whole moral high ground. If he's trying to take the whole moral high ground, then he's an idiot because we all know about the things he did. He isn't any better than Worski or PPP. If anything, he's a lot worse. Even currently, right now, as we speak, he is a lot worse than both of them. Ricada Law, literally, I think he somewhat is able to see his kids and all that insane, all that insane stuff. It's like these two guys can't really have any ground. The only reason people are taking them serious is because like they're backing the detractors on Kino Casino about this. And it's because also Kino Casino hasn't really made a statement, but like at the same time, do they need to make a statement? And the answer is no. These guys they threw a degenerate party almost a year or two ago, and that's about it. Hell, even PPP kind of more or less spilled the truth on this, right? The post of it, not a post, but he made a reply about it, and he said like crazy things we did, degenerate, and it's kind of more like um show that party more or less made them clean up their act, and it usually is something like that. If you ever drink or did stuff like that, and when you hit that boiling point, the day after you realize like, okay, I can't be doing it, and we all been through this. Like, I can't criticize them because like I've been through it. The only thing I can really say is if they did it, they did it, and if they did it, they did it. But obviously, PPP had made the statement that they more or less have done it, and if that's the case, who cares? Like, I feel like it's only being flared up because of the detractors and the people who are backing and supporting the detractor and who are covering it are detractors. Again, Ethan Rao, RCU, Ricada Law, and other individuals. It's funny, even Dark Side Phil made like um well, not made a point, but he was talking about this. And to be fair, DSP doesn't get invited to these kind of events, so I feel like he should not be involved. Only reason he's involved is because he's trying to sweep for them, right? And obviously because he has a vested interest against RTU, so it kind of is like a weird groups of people fighting each other over this thing that has been proven truth. And again, who cares, right? Like, I know I'm saying who cares, and I'm making a video about it, but the reason I'm saying that is because like they had a party a year ago. They should just man up and admit it. And if they don't, like, do you really like think these people are, the arbiters of morality? No, no, they're not. None of these people are. Rokeda Galan isn't. RTU isn't, obviously. Especially Ethan Rao and Annie Worski, again, has been known to do this kind of stuff. PPP, I'm not very much well known. I'm not well known. I'm not very much well versed in his whole lore thing, so don't hold me to that. DSP, like, dude doesn't go out, so it's like whatever. But I do want to keep talking about Andy Warski because there is allegations and rumors of him going back on, the Colombian Express. If you know what I'm implying, you know what I'm implying. Um, and truthfully, I hope he isn't. This is actually something that does worry me. The other stuff, it's whatever. But this is actually worrying because like he's at least been trying to be sober for a year. And if you know about his history prior to 2020, or really prior to his whole 20s, you know that he has an extreme use of drugs and alcohol. It's literally, you can probably find old clips of the live streams, and I hope he doesn't. I know that's a possibility because if you ever known anybody or even yourself have gone through some abuse of substance abuse, you know that you're capable of relapsing. I know that myself. Like, I'm not I haven't done any hard drugs, but I will admit that like every so often I do relapse back on tobacco. And if Andy Worski did go back on the white powder, uh, he needs help now because that isn't good for him. So, you know. But that's it, guys. That's really all it is. It's funny drama and events. I hope you guys have a great time. Be safe and God bless.